Welcome to the ultimate WWE Q&A. So being a YouTuber is pretty damn good. I can do what I want, I can say what I want, and I get paid for talking about bloody WWE. It's pretty good, but there's just one thing that gets so annoying all the time. It's being asked the same questions over and over again. I get asked who is my favourite wrestler about 20 times every single day. So today, in this Ultimate Q&A, we're going to answer all those questions and get it over and done with. So I have been challenged to do this by Brandon Hodge. He's a fellow YouTuber who does shop unboxings. You've probably seen his video before, and he was challenged by his friend Wyatt Fan, and then Brandon Hodge in his video, when he was doing this, he challenged me. So the big question is, who am I going to challenge? Well, I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to challenge two fellow WWE YouTubers. I'm going to challenge Top 10 Wrestling, and I'm going to challenge The Great One. So let's get right into this. There's a set of 15 questions I have to answer about the WWE, The Great One, and Top 10 Wrestling. I will send them the list to do this, so let's get right into it. So the first question on the list that I have to answer, thank you for this, Brandon Hodge, thank you very much. And the first question is, who is my favourite heel? And I'm going to go for CM Punk. But it would have been, as I was growing up, it possibly might have been Kane. I really liked how scary he was and how creepy and how destructive. He literally was a monster, but he's kind of faded over time, of course. And now he's just a bit of a joke. I mean, it kind of feels like him as his character is kind of like a running joke in the WWE on how pathetic they can make him. So I can't really consider him the greatest heel of all time in my opinion. But for me, I'm going to go for CM Punk. He was really enjoyable to watch. As I started to watch WWE more and more, he was the guy at the top. He backed it up in the ring. He said what he wanted. He got away with it. He was brilliant as a talker, brilliant promo cutter, an amazing bad guy, and he even backed it up in the ring. He had the longest WWE Championship reign of the modern era. Look no further than bloody CM Punk. So the next question, we've answered who my favourite heel is. Who is my favourite face? That is the question number 2. My favourite face is Dean Ambrose. I am really liking Dean Ambrose as WWE champion. He's great. He's involved in so many unique segments. He's pretty decent on the mic. He's great in the ring. He rarely puts on a bad match. I genuinely feel Dean Ambrose is the future of the WWE. I'm excited to see what he does with the WWE title. It's really interesting to see every time he's on Raw or SmackDown what he's going to do next. He's unpredictable, he's likeable, and I can definitely see him running the company into the future. So I've answered who my favourite heel is, I've answered who my favourite face is, but there isn't a question on the list. Who is my favourite all-time wrestler? So I'm going to give you a treat. I'm going to answer this question. I haven't been challenged to answer it, but my favourite all-time wrestler, which I guess asked about all the time, is bloody Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is a beast. He's an attraction. How can you not enjoy watching a Brock Lesnar match? Whenever it's confirmed for a match that involves Brock Lesnar, I look forward to it so much. He is probably why I still kind of watch wrestling. He's amazing. He is brilliant. Paul Heyman makes him even better. So my all-time favourite wrestler is Brocky Lesnar. So question number 3 is my favourite theme song. Currently, it's going to be Seth freaking Rollins. His theme song is amazing. How pumped does his song get you for his matches? You could just headbang all day to it. It's so great, it's so upbeat, it's so badass and hardcore. You know when he's walking to the ring, he's going to get the bloody job done in the ring. So the next question, number 4, is my favourite GM. Now I really haven't been much of a fan of general managers. I kind of just want them to get on with the show, get on with the wrestling, and do you really need a GM? And we really haven't had anything to shout about in the last few years about favourite GMs. But growing up as a WWE fan, I have got to say Vicky Guerrero is my favourite general manager. I might get a little bit of stick for this, but, you know, she walks into a room and people are going to boo her. She plays a brilliant character, so evil and conniving. She's a cow, but she plays a brilliant character, so look no further than Vicky Guerrero. But at the end of the day, I'm not really a huge fan of GMs. Just get on with the wrestling, just do it. But general managers, as they go, Vicky Guerrero, she played her part pretty perfectly. She was great on the mic. She made some awesome matches. She made wrestlers' lives hell, but it was damn enjoyable to watch. So number 5, favourite finisher. Now, you probably think I'm going to say the F5, But I'm not going to say the F5. I'm going to say the RKO. It's got to be the RKO. It's brilliant. It can be out of nowhere. It can be on the outside. It can be through a bloody table. It can be with a Batista bomb. It can be from the top rope. There's so many possibilities you can do with the RKO. It's an attraction. Everybody knows what it is. Non-wrestling fans know what it is. It's amazing. I mean, how Randy Orton pulls it off, you can watch it all day. It looks phenomenal. It's my favourite finisher. Number 6 is, what is your favourite catchphrase? My favourite catchphrase is, Austin 316 just said I whooped your ass. So the next question is, what is my favourite WrestleMania? Now, later on in the Q&A, I've been asked, what is my favourite pay-per-view? Now, my favourite pay-per-view would have been this WrestleMania, but I don't want to answer the same one twice. So for me, my favourite WrestleMania is going to be WrestleMania 17. WrestleMania 17, what can you say? It was the end of the Attitude Era, and it was just one big blowout to celebrate it. We had some amazing matches on this pay-per-view. Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on The Rock in the main event. Undertaker versus bloody Triple H. Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys in a ladder match for the tag team titles. This was the match where Edge speared Jeff Hardy off the top of the belts. It don't get much better than that. Shane McMahon against Vince McMahon. Brilliant. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. This is a wrestling classic. Eddie Guerrero taking on Test. A brilliant match. And even Chris Jericho against William Regal. All of these matches were fucking awesome. This was definitely the best WrestleMania ever. I think a lot of you will agree with it. But for me, WrestleMania bloody 17. Number 8 is my least favourite wrestler, and I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. His finisher is great, but his actual wrestling, his matches, and his gimmick is boring. I don't get it. I don't get the hype around this guy. I've not enjoyed a single match he's had since he joined the main roster. I don't see anything special in this guy. He can't cut a promo to save his life. I find him pointless. I really hope he is in the future in the WWE because I cannot stand him. He's awful. He brings nothing new to the table. He's just a bog standard heel who beats people up. Number 9, my favourite current NXT star. It's going to be Finn Balor. Pretty predictable, I know, but Finn Balor, he's just amazing. He came into the WWE with so much hype, and he's lived up to that potential and gone even further with it. I cannot wait until Finn Balor is on the main roster. He is like the modern day Undertaker. He really is the complete package. He can cut a promo, he's got a brilliant gimmick, he's got a brilliant entrance, he's got a brilliant look, an amazing moveset. He really is the complete package. And out of anybody on the roster, I can genuinely see him carrying the company into the future. He is fucking awesome. Next question is favourite WWE video game. Pretty good Q&A so far, but my favourite WWE game of all time is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Now, my reasoning behind this might not be because it is genuinely the best game with the best bloody graphics, the best freaking characters, the best gameplay, the best game modes. It's just because I played it the most, and this was what my game would be growing up. I literally played this for so many days and hours. It just has so many brilliant memories with it. I must have played the career mode on that game like 20, 30 times. It was mental and it was so fun. So for me, nostalgia wise, I would go with SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Favourite tag team or faction is the next question. Easy one for this. You might think I'm going to say The Shield. I'm not. The New Day. Take it. Now, I made an infamous video on my channel which to this day still gets quite a lot of hate, and you guys are going to go search for it on my channel right now. I made a video why the New Day are never going to get over. That was when they were baby faces, when they just debuted, but then they turned heels, they took the ball, and they sprinted with it. This was like so surprising how much this gimmick took off. 3 guys who are okay, but not that impressive, just look so relaxed in their role, and look so genuine, and are just having such a fun time doing it. They're the tag team champions at the same time, and how they come up with so many ideas consistently is just so impressive. It's so unique. I don't even know what it is. It's just a New Day. It's awesome. They are definitely my favourite tag team or faction. So number 12, my favourite pay-per-view. Now, I would have said WrestleMania 17, but I didn't want to say the same pay-per-view, so I'm going to go for another WrestleMania. For my favourite pay-per-view of all time, I didn't have to say a WrestleMania, but I'm going to say WrestleMania 30, because for me, that was damn bloody good. So you had the first match, which had been like a 7-month build-up. Daniel Bryan taking on Triple H. He wins the match. then goes on to the main event against Orton and Batista, and finally completes his childhood dream of winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He stands with 2 belts. New Orleans is going crazy. There's fireworks, there's pyro, there's confetti. What an ending to a WrestleMania. We had the famous Undertaker streak being broken by my favourite Brock Lesnar. The Shield absolutely dominating the New Age Outlaws. Cesaro winning the Battle Royal. That was fucking awesome. And of course, John Cena taking on Bray Wyatt in potentially one of John Cena's best matches of recent years. It was pretty good. So the next question is, what is my favourite title? Now this is a bit of a weird question because I don't really necessarily have a favourite title, but growing up I was kind of a SmackDown guy. I kind of watched a little bit more SmackDown than I did Monday Night Raw. So I really like watching guys like Batista, The Undertaker, Edge, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk. Those kind of guys walking around with the World Heavyweight Championship. But I wouldn't consider the World Heavyweight Championship any better than the WWE Championship. But I was just a fan of those guys at the time. I really hope they bring back the title for when the brand split comes back, because they need it, and it was great to have 2 world titles at the time. Just when the video was going great, my camera decided to die, so we're going to answer the last 2 questions again. So the 14th question is my favourite Undertaker WrestleMania moment. And I'm going to look no further than WrestleMania 27 against Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels. So the build-up towards this match was great, because the year before, they had their WrestleMania moment. They had their WrestleMania match, so they were selfish. They wanted another one. So the build-up, Shawn Michaels asked Undertaker for another match. And Undertaker denied. So Shawn Michaels entered the Royal Rumble to try and win so he could challenge the World Heavyweight Champion at the time, Undertaker, and he got eliminated. So Elimination Chamber, Shawn Michaels attacked Undertaker, cost him the World Heavyweight Championship, challenged the Undertaker the night after, and he accepted. We got the match, but it was Streak against Korea. Undertaker won, but it was fucking awesome. There was so many near falls. I didn't know which way this match was going to go. So much pace. If you blinked, you would have missed about 3 moves. This match was amazing, so well choreographed. It was edge of your seat stuff, and it's going to go down as the best WrestleMania match possibly ever. Next and final question, favourite diva. Now, as a wrestling fan, I'm not really a huge fan of divas and women's wrestling, but AJ Lee has got to go down as my favourite diva. She is the only diva I've actually connected with and actually fully wanted to see her wrestle, win the championship. I was really happy at Payback 2013 when she won the WWE Divas Championship. That was a great moment. She was a great champion. She cut great promos, great look, great crazy gimmick, awesome wrestler, cute, funny, just all-round brilliant person. And honestly, I haven't really felt a connection like that with a wrestler since Sasha Banks. She's coming close, but AJ Lee for me is my all-time favourite diva. So I hope you guys have in fact enjoyed this video. I apologise about the camera dying and the angle changing a bit, everything like that. But I hope you have in fact enjoyed today's video. This is the ultimate Q&A. Hopefully I've answered all the questions. If you've got any more questions, do comment below. I'll try and answer them in the next video, something like that. 300 likes is the aim. Let's go for that. Take care. Spike your hair.